my channel. So today's video is going to be a March book haul slash TBR pile because it is the middle of March. Hey guys, Editing Michelle making an appearance for the first time on your screens. I hope you feel blessed. This is what I look like when I'm editing a video and not filming. But I just wanted to pop in to say, obviously I filmed this video in the middle of March. It is now the end of March, nearly April. I'm sorry about the delay in editing and posting this video, but online school has been really hard to adjust to. Probably for a lot of people. If you're college students, you know what I mean. So sorry about the delay, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video nonetheless. So let's get back into it. And will I read these books in March? Who knows, but I do want to try to read them. They're all fairly short, not super long. The text is quite big, so I do hope that I'll be able to get through them, but who knows. Regardless, before we get started, once again, I hope you guys are staying safe and healthy during these insane times. Please stay indoors, self-quarantine yourself. Other than that, let's get into these sad, interesting, and comforting books because those are the three categories that we're using for this. Also, unusual. Let's go with unusual. So the first book I actually acquired last year through my school because I went to a book club and found out there that it was actually like one book club discussion and not a series of them. So basically they discussed the entire book and I read 50 pages of it. I stayed for the entire thing and I said literally a total of 5 words, of which basically no one responded to me. They're just staring at me and I was like, yep, this is great. Anyways, this book is The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet by Becky Chambers. It is a sci-fi space opera. It's just like so unlike me to read these kind of books, but I definitely need a feel-good book and I've heard so much about how this is basically that. Also, like basically everybody in that book club was saying the same thing, so I still can't believe I did that. Why did I do it? Who knows? Anyway, so this book is about Rosemary Harper, who ends up going on this ship in space and exploring with a whole team of people. She's an adventurous woman and she basically initially is very shy and introspective, but she starts to grow fond of this family on the ship. And basically this is also very inclusive LGBTQ-wise because there are some lesbian characters. The author herself is actually gay, and it explores every kind of sexuality, so, or most kinds at least, which I think is really great. And basically all of these people on the ship are not human since it's a sci-fi novel. There are some reptiles on there. It's just like the pilot is a reptile. I mean, like, hold up, what? Like, what? So yeah, I'm very excited to get into this. It's once again like pretty long, but it's something that you can get through pretty quickly because it is like a very light-hearted book. So I'm very excited to get into this. There's a whole series. I think there's 3 books in this, so yeah, I'm not a series person though. Let me know if you guys are series people or not. I basically never continue series. Like in my life, I think the most I've read is like probably the Hunger Games series. That's literally it. I just don't like series that much. I like standalones. What can you do? But yeah, that's the first book. The next book is a classic because I always have like another token classic. And this one's from the library, so it's gonna look a little bit tattered, but this is Orlando by Virginia Woolf. I'm so excited to read this. You guys have no idea. I'm like really trying to get through the 2 books that I'm reading right now. Yes, I'm still reading A Little Life. Yes, it ruined me multiple times. And I'm also reading Scythe by Neil Shusterman, which I should be done with pretty soon. But yeah, so I'm hoping to finish those and get started on this. But this book is, first of all, LGBTQ, which love that. And also, it just has a really interesting premise. So it's about a man named Orlando who lives out his life in England, and he's a very introspective man. So this is Virginia Woolf's, usual style. But 3 centuries later, he turns into a woman. Now, I have no idea how he transforms into a woman, but he does, and it essentially explores what it's like to be a man and also a woman 3 centuries later, through different perspectives, which I think is just really, really cool. Yeah, and it's introspective. Who doesn't love an introspective book? I definitely do. So I don't like this concept. Is just wild to me, especially considering this was like not, modern times. So I'm very excited to read this. If you guys have read this, please let me know if it's good. I'm pretty much sure I'm gonna love it, but who knows? The next book I actually have already mentioned in a book haul, but I figured I'd just include it again because I'm planning on reading it again. And in that one I didn't really describe what it was about, mainly because it's hard to describe what this book is about, but this is Slaughterhouse-Five, once again, by Kurt Vonnegut. The cover still, oh, look at it. It's so bright and beautiful and amazing. No words. But this book is a sci-fi about the bombing of Dresden. It's essentially set in Dresden, and it follows a man named Billy Pilgrim as he travels through space and time, and just meets these like aliens. It's a whole, I forget, I think it was like, what was the name of those little, I forget what the names, I think, Tralfadorians? I have no idea. Anyways, yeah, so this is supposed to be just very insane and crazy. I have already read this before. It's my second time reading it because it's been a long time. So very excited to read this absolutely insane little book. The next two I don't have in person. One of them I got on Libby, which is the library app, and it is called This Is Going to Hurt by Adam Kay. So this book is about a junior doctor who basically kept a diary through all of his experiences with his patients, and this book is the product of that, which I'm just like, that whole concept sounds really interesting to me. I heard this is funny and sad and sometimes gross, which, you know, he's a doctor, so that happens sometimes. Yeah, I just think it sounds really interesting, and I've heard great things about it, nothing but great things about this book. And I do need a nonfiction book. I haven't read a nonfiction in a long time, so this is my token nonfiction book. And the last book is one that you guys have probably heard about to know and on BookTube, but I'm just getting to it now. I've actually been recommended this book by somebody in my real life, so that means it's probably a good book because I usually don't hear about things from other people, only on BookTube. But this book is My Sister, the Serial Killer by Oyinkan Braithwaite. I hope I said her name right, sorry. I'm not great at pronouncing names. I actually searched videos of her or people pronouncing her name before this, so hopefully that was good. But this one is really, really weird and crazy. It's about these two sisters, one of which has these boyfriends, a string of boyfriends, and the other sister ends up killing all of them. Yeah, you heard that right. She murders all of them. Until the last one, who she actually kind of has a crush on. He's a doctor at her hospital, and she doesn't want to kill him. But this sounds like she's the kind of perpetrator here. Well, she is, but her sister asks her to do this because she's in these desperate situations where she wants her sister to kill them. But this one, obviously, she doesn't want to do because it's her crush. Yeah, it just sounds really interesting. I've heard a lot of great things about it. It's pretty short, so it's what we need. And yeah, I mean, the concept, guys, like, is it just me? It's so weird, but it's also so intriguing. Regardless, I'm gonna probably get to this month because it's such a short book that I'm gonna knock through it. I'm on my spring break right now, so I've got some time to read. Although I will say this is the end of the book haul, so if you guys are, you know, when I leave, you definitely can. But I just want to talk about my little reading slump that I've had this past week, really, past 2 weeks, since the whole thing kind of reached the United States, the coronavirus. I have just not been wanting to read. Like, I think I entered some sort of depressive episode because I did not want to do anything that I loved at all. I've been there before, but I just didn't think it would happen right now for some reason, but it did. And for a week, I basically did not read anything. And that's why I'm so behind on all my reading. I just didn't want to do anything. And I'm trying to get out of it now. I'm kind of rising out of this slump. But yeah, if you're in the same place, I hope that you don't feel bad about not reading, because I definitely did. And I was like, I can't believe that I'm just like letting this time go by. I'm on my spring break right now. I'm in quarantine, so I have so much time to read. And you know, everybody on BookTube always talks about how many books they read on Book Twitter or whatever. All the power to them. But I just think that there's a lot of pressure to read and get a lot done during this time when some people just don't want to do anything. So if you're in that place right now, I hope that you don't feel bad for, you know, I don't know, not fulfilling your Goodreads challenge or not posting videos, because it's hard. It's a hard time, and only read if you really want to, if it brings you joy. Right now, it's bringing me joy, so I hope that it does for you too. That's all for today. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, week, life in general. Things are insane right now, but I do think that we'll get out of it soon, hopefully, with some vaccines and social distancing, as everybody's been talking about. So yeah, I'll see you guys. Bye.